The rankings use Stats Canada's Crime Severity Index, or CSI, which takes a city's crime stats per 100,000 people from 2018 and compares them to the national average of 75. Dawson Creek has a CSI of 166, which rose from 148 the previous year. There were 29 more assaults, 13 more robberies, 9 more cases of cocaine trafficking, and 154 cases of breaking and entering, jumping 61 incidents from the year before. Mayor Dale Bumstead says the numbers jump because of a few people committing a large amount of crime, but he says it's still unacceptable.
I use the example, to me, a nurse working in the maternity ward isn't allowed to drop one baby in the course of a year. 0 is the expectation, and whatever the number is, we're always looking to improve upon that in our community.
One of the main problems in this city has been understaffing. The mayor says the RCMP just didn't have the numbers they needed, but they are now receiving 2 more provincially funded positions.
We're in much better shape today than we were even 6 months ago with the staffing complement at our detachment.
In Fort St. John, their CSI of 121 is up from 118 the previous year, but almost every individual stat fell, with 1 being the big exception. 1 murder in 2018 compared to 0 in 2017 pushes the city's score up, even though crimes like breaking and entering, fraud, impaired driving, and drug trafficking all had fairly substantial drops. To add to that, Mayor Lori Ackerman says the homicide wasn't actually in the city.
The Maclean's article references a homicide that happened in Fort St. John when it actually happened in Charlie Lake outside of the municipality.
Over the past 5 years, Fort St. John has seen their CSI drop by over 12 points, better than 208 other municipalities over that span. Mayor Ackerman says it's the result of the city taking a different approach.
The officer in charge that we had came in with a different perspective on community policing, crime reduction, those kinds of strategies, how to populate the streets with officers during certain hours.
Ackerman says the best way for the city to become safer isn't to compare with other municipalities, but to monitor their own trends and to continue working with the RCMP. Lochlyn, Girash, Bevan, CJDC-TV News, Fort St. John.
Salon and barber services provided by Skinovations. Be swept away to a world of peace and tranquility at Skinovations Salon and Day Spa.